Hey everyone, so it is Christmas Eve, and I am in Salina, Kansas, I think is what it is, and about to drive. I'm going to try to drive the full 6.5 hours or whatever it is to Denver. And once I get there, someone's gotten a hotel room for me, so that will be super nice um, compared to like sleeping in the back of the car. So let's do it. See you soon. Hey everyone, so I made it to Denver, not Detroit, and I am about to go to this room that someone got for me for the night, which I'm so thankful for. Especially like since I've been sleeping in my car, and as much as like I'm very thankful for it, I'm thankful at least I have a place to sleep. It'll be nice to not have to get up and turn on the car, to turn on the heater. And to have an actual bed to sleep in, which is great. All right. Thank God. Home for the night. Where are lights at? Okay. Wow. Look at that. That's really cool. That's really pretty. The mountains. Okay, so this is it. Okay, I am going to get my stuff, get situated, relax, and I will see you soon. Okay, I am back. So with everything I've had going on this year, I haven't really been able to do much to get in the Christmas spirit. And I want to. Like, I think I usually do quite a bit, like around Christmas, just to stay in the Christmas spirit. But like I said, with everything that happened, it kind of put a damper on that. So I am about to go on Twitter Live and tell a story really quick. And then I think I might sing some songs and get in the Christmas spirit. Hopefully others will join. Listen, hopefully it just puts a smile on somebody's face. Let's do this. Hey everyone. So it is Christmas Eve, and I am in Denver, and kind of wanted to do something, talk about something first, and then maybe I'm thinking about singing like some Christmas carols, because because of everything that happened this year, I haven't really been able to get in the spirit of Christmas, and so I think this might help, and maybe it might help others to get in the spirit too. If you're like sitting behind a screen alone on Christmas or Christmas Eve, but first off, yesterday, whenever I was in Topeka, Kansas, I was on Grinder while I was doing laundry, and someone hit me up, and he had said that he had gone to my YouTube, my Twitter, and my social networks, and he wanted to talk to me. And I was like, I don't know, I've got to get done with my laundry and get back on the road. And he was like, please, I really want to talk. And so I was like, okay, let me finish up my laundry and I'll make time to head over and get you. Or you can just meet me here. And he was like, actually, you're going to have to come get me. He's like, to be completely honest, I live at a homeless shelter here. So I was like, okay, well, give me a little bit of time. It's going to take me about 10 or 15 minutes to get totally done with doing laundry, and then I'll head over and pick you up. And he's like, okay, cool. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, I'm going to actually walk that way because my phone is dying, so and I don't want to miss you, so I'll just meet you at the laundromat. And then where I went to respond, he wasn't there. So he ended up walking over, and I got finished, and so I was like, I'll just drive over and pick him up, like I'll meet him halfway or whatever while he's walking. And was about to leave the laundromat parking lot, and there was this guy like coming walking, and so I was like, it's probably him. He was looking at the laundromat to see if there's anybody there, and so he looked there, and I opened my window. I was like, "Hey, are you looking for Jer?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Come on, get in." And so he got in, and I was like, "You want to go to like somewhere to eat, or what do you want to do?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, let's go to Wendy's." And so I was like, "Cool." So we went to Wendy's and sat, and I talked about my life, and he talked about his some, and then he eventually got to the story about how he got in the homeless shelter to begin with, and why he was spending basically Christmas time in the homeless shelter. He came out, I guess this last year, and whenever he came out, his parents, his mom was like throwing furniture at him and telling him to get out, and they ended up calling the police and having him removed, and then he had to move to a shelter then, but then started school, so he was able to attend school and have a place to stay. But on Christmas breaks and any kind of break that he has to like go to a homeless shelter because the school doesn't let people stay there during breaks, which I don't understand why a school wouldn't let them, but for whatever reason, school doesn't let him stay there during break. So he was in a homeless shelter for that, and he was talking to me about my story, and telling me that it was encouragement for him, and I don't know, it made me feel good. But I also feel bad because he's in a homeless shelter, and there's nothing I can do really to help. Like I took him to Hardee's or to Wendy's and got him food, but that was the most of what I could do. So I'm not going to say his name. We'll just call him Ray. Just keep Ray in your mind, in your thoughts, prayers, whatever it is you do tonight for Christmas Eve and tomorrow for Christmas and the New Year until he can get back to school and have a place to stay that's not a homeless shelter. Okay, so yeah, please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Hey, how are you? So something happened last night. I was working on the video that you saw just now, and was going to do the rest of it, and was moving files over from my memory card to the computer, and all of a sudden the computer started just going really slow and then just froze up. And so it restarted. Then once I pulled it back up, the memory card showed that it had nothing on it. And so I was like, okay, well, let me put it back in the camera to see if it shows up on there. And on the camera, it was like, you have to reformat card, won't work, whatever. So I was like, great. And brought it back to the computer to try to see if I could find any files. Couldn't find any files, so I lost everything. Formatted the card, and I was like, I'm going to bed. So it's kind of horrible because that card had everything from Christmas Eve night to Christmas, which was yesterday, where I went and met the Twitter friend and his dog, and then Ben and Odin. His name is Odin. I'm horrible with names, but I love the dog. He was so cute. But I will share. So I posted some of that on my Instagram, a place called Jer, in a story. So I'll share those pictures on here. So I woke up yesterday morning, Christmas morning. I'll just tell the story since I don't have the video for it. Woke up yesterday morning, Christmas morning. Had a notification from another Twitter friend asking if I for sure had a place to stay on Christmas, which I didn't, and I didn't want to tell anybody, and I wanted to just kind of just like be like, okay, whatever, cool, I'll just sleep in my car. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm turning this into like a camping trip where I just sleep in the back of my car and make the most of it. Like, that's all I really can do, and I don't want to be like asking people every day for stuff, and I just don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. So most of the time, if I can do it, I would just sleep in my car without asking people for help. There are a lot of people that want to help with this and like being a part of the experience, and so that's cool, but I don't want to be asking like every day. I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that as much as I can, and that's what I was doing at Christmas. I had a place to stay for Christmas Eve. Someone on Twitter had got me a room, and So I just left it at that, and I wasn't going to talk about like Christmas and not actually having a place to sleep. Then yesterday he wrote and asked, and I can't lie. If I lie, then I have to go back almost immediately and correct it because I feel bad. I don't like that. So I wasn't going to lie, and I was like, I'm going to just stay in my car. It's fine. And he was like, no, you're not. It is Christmas, and you're going to have a place. And then he sent me money via Zelle. So he was like, promise me you'll get a hotel room and sleep well on Christmas, and then go from there. And so I promised, and ended up finding a hotel room here, which is where I'm at now, with Hyatt House. And I stayed the night here, woke up and had breakfast. After he messaged me and I made a reservation for here, I went and I have like a lot of stars on Starbucks, on the Starbucks app, and while I am trying to avoid going to Starbucks a lot because I'd prefer just going, because I have to do video edits and video uploads, so the perfect place to do that is like a coffee shop. So after I shower, usually at like a Planet Fitness, then like I'll sleep in my car or whatever, which is not a big deal. Then I'll wake up, go shower at Planet Fitness, then find like a local coffee shop to edit video and upload video, and then kind of start my day after that, and then go on my adventure for whatever that day is. And so, but whenever I was in training for the airline that was with, whatever you want to call it, that money that they gave us for food that we could only spend at places that sold food, I would put that on a Starbucks card and then eat a sandwich at Starbucks. And then back in my room, I had sandwich bread and peanut butter, and I would just eat peanut butter sandwiches and then occasionally eat a sandwich at Starbucks or whatever. But I put all that money on a Starbucks card and ended up getting up to like $600 and something. I've spent through that money since, but I have stars, so I use those stars. And so yesterday I used those stars, some of those stars, to go get myself and my Twitter friend Ben Starbucks, and we started a day with Starbucks. Hung out at his place for a little bit. We talked, like I told him my story, told him what was going on with me now, which I'm going to make a more detailed video. Probably it'll be after this one, the next video I make, and explain what's happened and give like the details about that, without talking about the sexual assault in depth, but just talk about what, like, an overview of what's happened and what I'm doing now and what the plan is. And so I kind of went over that with him and told him, like, since I was hanging out with him in person, I just talked to him about it and like kind of got some feedback from him and stuff, because there was a lot of stuff that he didn't know, and so he was able to ask me questions that I feel like maybe other people don't know either. So that was good. And so it gave me some insight into like how people see this so far, and so I'll be able to answer some of those questions in the next video. But so we talked for a while, then we went to a dog park in Westminster, which is Westminster, I think that's what it's called. I may have the name wrong. I think it's Westminster, Colorado. Anyway, went to a dog park, and it was huge and beautiful. Like stuff was dead or whatever, but it was just beautiful. It was so photo like ready. Sadly, with my camera right now, I'm having issues to where I can only do videos or only do photos and save them on the memory card, and for whatever reason it won't save both. So if I do photos, it won't, like, and I try to like get the videos. If I do photos and then do videos and I try to get the videos off of the card, it doesn't work. So it ends up erasing the videos for whatever reason. I don't know what's happening with this. I don't know if it's the card or it's my camera. I have a Sony A64 Alpha A6400. So if anybody's using a Sony and knows of this issue or how to fix it, please let me know, so that I can fix it, because I want it fixed because I love doing photography. I want to do these videos. I want to do both and be able to share both. But if I can only do one, I'm going to do video and do YouTube. But It would have been perfect to have this camera for those photos and do more professional quality photos, but that's okay. So then we went, after the dog park, we went back home, dropped off Odin, went and got Thai food, which I've only had Thai food, I think only like one other time, but it was good. I think is it called Angry Noodles? Mad Noodles? I don't know, but it's like spicy, and I had chicken with it, and I'll post a picture of that too. And then went from there, we went back home, brought it back home with us, watched some like dessert cooking shows on Netflix, and hung out and talked some more, and ate, and then we went and hung out in the there's a hot tub where he's at, and so we went and just relaxed in the hot tub. It was so peaceful, so nice to just sit in the hot tub and just relax. To be in that moment was nice. Then got out and left. I left, said our goodbyes, and I left and came to the hotel. And so got to the hotel, went to edit the videos, and got through the process partially. Then everything happened, and I lost all of what I had. So it's okay. Yeah, I was like frustrated in the moment, but I'm like, you know what? It happens. We're just gonna go with it, make it work. I'll make this video, kind of explain what happened, and we're just gonna call it done. Okay. I hope that you all had a wonderful Christmas. I am going to shower now, finally, and I had breakfast earlier. Going to shower now. Before I shower, I'm gonna probably try to get this video up, and then shower, and then head out. Probably, I need to probably go to a coffee shop and like kind of plan out the rest of not the rest of the trip, but the next portion of the trip from here, and then I'll make the video I was talking about and put that out soon. Okay, I love you all. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I will see you very, very soon. Mwah!